It's frustrating, isn't it? You want something, yet you get in your own way and mess it up. You said you were gonna get in the best shape of your life, yet you binge at 11 p.m. and you undo in 30 minutes 23 and a half hours of progress. You said you were gonna save money, but when you check your bank account, it says otherwise, and you find yourself still giving in to the impulsive spending. You said you were gonna start that business, start posting content, do something to earn your freedom, but procrastination just gets in the way and you still haven't started. Maybe you're a year later looking back saying, dude, I've had this goal for 12 months. This video, we're talking about the dark force at your heels, robbing you of success, of money, of the body you want, of the life you want. Everything you put on your goals list, it gets in the way. That is self-sabotage. We're gonna look at why you do it, what it is, the hidden reason it shows up for you, and it's not normally what people think, and of course, how to fix it. I think the easiest way to illustrate a complex subject that has many layers like self-sabotage is with a chart. This is an oscillation chart. What do you notice? You notice there's the positive, but then there's the negative, and they oscillate like this forever, which nets out to neutral to zero. This is what self-sabotage looks like. You gain something, and then you get in your own way and you mess it up, and what you're left with is your baseline, no progress. This is one of the most deadly cycles that will hold you back, because no matter how much effort you're putting in, how many good habits, you know that if you have a few bad ones, those will really tank you. Let's look at a few examples together. You're 100% committed to getting in the best shape of your life. This is it, no more slacking, no more off days. I even got the new Lululemon pants to prove it right. Maybe it's a couple weeks, maybe it's a couple days, maybe it's a couple months. You gain progress, and then something happens and you start slacking a bit. You start eating more, you start ordering more Uber Eats. You diet great for 23 and a half hours, but dude, that last like 30 minutes of the day at 11 p.m. when the ice cream's in the freezer, you find yourself binging. And so it undoes in the same way that like burning 300 calories, it's way easier to eat them, you net out to baseline, to zero, and no progress is made. Let's take relationships. You see people do this all the time in relationships. They like crave toxic ones, especially if they're out of a toxic one, that healthy ones that are really mature or are stable can look boring. All they know is toxic. They have to create and manifest this drama. They'll have immense peaks, and then there's like huge blowout fights, and then immense makeup, and then big. They're throwing your shit out the second story in the pouring rain, and they took your dog. Money, this is a great one. You ever had an unexpected amount of money come to you? Maybe this is like Christmas, maybe this is a birthday check growing up. So you increase your money, right, to here. You got like $1,000 extra, couple $100 in the bank account. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Well, you ever have an unexpected bill just randomly show up right after you get that? And it's almost like you didn't get it because as soon as it came to you, it got taken away. Car breaks down. It'll be $300. Easy come, easy go. And this is true at any level, by the way. You hear stories about millionaires who gain it all. They mega rich, like pro athletes, actors, people who win the lottery, and then they lose it all. Why do they do this? Is that a self-sabotage mechanism at work? Absolutely. I actually looked it up before this video because I knew we were going to talk about this. Guess what percentage of lottery winners in a 5-year time span are bankrupt? Hard to find the exact number, but when I put it into Google, it said 70%. Even if it's 30, even if it's 50, that's crazy. 50% conservatively of the millionaires who win big find a way to self-sabotage and get rid of it. So with this chart, hopefully you see that success for you is yes about what you're doing, but it's also about identifying and shifting out of some of your subconscious self-sabotaging behaviors, because if you don't, even if you build, you're gonna net out to zero, to baseline, and no progress is gonna be made. It's like taking one step forward and one step back. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And this sometimes can happen over the course of weeks. Like you're doing really good, you're happy, you're positive, you're high vibe for a week, you're on your 2.0, and then boom, this 1.0 comes back and sabotages you. And over the course, when you look back a year from now, you're like, I didn't make any progress despite all my effort. You're doing things right, but you're not doing all the right things, because this is a massive chunk we got to take a look at. Hope that makes sense. Now you're probably thinking, why do I do this? Like, what's the mechanism behind this? If I knew that, I could get to the root and shift out of it. Let's talk about that next. One of the most fundamental principles in psychology, behavioralism, is you have 2 main drivers. Yes, there's the pleasure of what you want, the green, to use our charts, but there's also the pain, running from, not running to, what you're trying to avoid. From a biological level, why you have these 2 drivers: survival, everything in you that's trying to keep you alive, that's trying to have you avoid danger, that's the avoiding pain part. But the pleasure part is doing everything so you can reproduce, so you can pass on your genes, so that you survive, not just in your timeline, but on other people's, and your genes live on. I was reading the book Sapiens. It says that we've evolved. We have smartphones, we have Uber Eats now, we got smart cars, we got technology that you're watching me on, but our own hardware, our brain, our processes, our evolution hasn't evolved. Roughly 30,000 years ago, we've had the exact same brain size, functionality. You have these same hardwired biological primal instincts in you to avoid pain and to seek pleasure. Except the pain that we were trying to avoid thousands of years ago, of being accepted and not banished from the tribe, now looks different. It can manifest as social anxiety. Instead of the pleasure we get from inclusion and bonding around a campfire with our tribe and building relationships, we now get that same validation through red hearts on Instagram. Here's another angle on this. If you know behavioral economics, you will work much harder to avoid pain than you will seek pleasure. Simplest way to illustrate this is you and I took a trip to Vegas, and there was a 50-50 odds table, perfect down the middle. Would you bet your life savings? Would you bet everything you had? Would you mortgage your house, max out every single credit card with a 50% chance that you double everything? Unless you have a gambling issue, you wouldn't do that. Why? Isn't the pleasure of doubling everything awesome? No, because the pain outweighs it. Like, dude, I don't want to lose everything. Are you crazy? Here's another core reason self-sabotage happens to you. A majority of the time, you're not even aware that you're doing it, or the mechanisms and reasons why you're doing it, because it's subconscious. Yes, there's simple forms of self-sabotage like binge eating or procrastination that are obvious, you're aware of, you're conscious of, but oftentimes the root of those is deeper. Let's take a few of our examples from earlier and look at the subconscious angle of the self-sabotage. Health and relationships. I remember a woman who came into our metamorphic program and she said, I can't lose weight. Like, that's why I'm here. She had tried everything. She tried the training, the perfect diet, the meal ordering delivery service. She got blood work done to see if there's any allergies that were causing weight gain. Everything checked out fine. She got put through our inner shadow shifting process in week 3, and she realized the roots of her self-sabotage. When she was young, she got sexually abused by a guy, and that she had put on the weight as a protection mechanism so that men would give her less attention. And in her mind, losing the weight meant potential attention from men, meant potential abuse. So that's where her self-sabotage kicked on. And it was these conflicting parts. I want the 2.0 body, but I don't want that painful abuse. And which one wins? As you know from earlier, the painful abuse, avoiding the pain, not seeking the pleasure. So you have to deal with this, and then you can go for this. So that's why the self-sabotage was there at a subconscious level. Money, business, let's talk about it. Specifically for earning your freedom, doing something online. It seems we have a society now that's more obsessed with like our influencer economy. People on TikTok showing you like laptop lifestyle on beaches. I made $10,000 in 20 days, my first month in business. But even beyond the like superficial reasons, maybe you just want to escape a job, or you want to do something for yourself that's creative that you can make a living off of. Or maybe you have a book inside you want to share with the world. Maybe you have an album inside you want to put out there. So that's the pleasure side. You see, it can be done. You have models, you have the ambition, you have the drive, But then there's the pain side. Putting yourself out there means risking a fear of exposure, a fear of people not liking it, a fear of critics, a fear of people hating on you. And on a macro level, you see this with society, the pleasure of everyone wants to escape a job or make money or become rich or become an influencer. But then you have the other angle, the pain angle, where everyone's obsessed with cancel culture, with drama, the public shaming that gives an angry mob permission to bypass forgiveness, for empathy, understanding, in the name of righteous anger. Using our evolutionary angle, this is toxic tribalism at work. My point is that your subconscious mind sees all of that going on. It's soaking up everything like a sponge. It sees the people who are living this dream life that you're like, dang, I could probably do something like that. What's special about them? I feel like I could do that. But it's also seeing the cancel culture, the haters, the people getting exposed. And now it's like, screw that, man. This is too painful, because if I do this, it's gonna come with this, and that's not for me, no thank you. Which causes the procrastination, which causes you kicking the can down the road, which causes you to not take action because you're avoiding pain subconsciously. It's the pleasure of creating your art, but it's the fear of the cancel culture angry mob with pitchforks, except now they just have mean tweets. So maybe this is as simple as learning what you need to let go of, what beliefs, what habits, what stories, what do you need to look back on your past and heal from still. When you identify what your real subconscious blocks are and you shift out of them and you let go of them, the same way taking off a backpack at the top of a hike and you feel free, even though you didn't realize how heavy it was, now you're aware of it because you're not holding on to it anymore and you're like, wow, I can breathe more. I feel like I have instantly more energy. That's what happens when you get out of your own way with the self-sabotage. And you're able to, instead of have this, you're able to finally build and not net out to zero, but start making actual progress. I'll link up here a perfect follow-up. It's on shadow work, where we'll talk about how do you shift out of this. It's literally like all about this section now that you know this is the problem. And also, if you want our help with this, you want to come work personally with me and our team to help you identify and shift out of this, I'll link down below more about our metamorphic program. You can check it out, no pressure, but if you're feeling it, you can apply for a call for free with one of our coaches and see if we can genuinely help you with this.